Welcome to a live LCTV coverage of the TWR Truck Series live racing here from Daytona Super Speedway. The very first race of this series. Making its debut here at the Daytona under the lights. Up here in the broadcast booth with myself, Lucas Scramble, alongside fellow commentator Stephen Gale. Stephen, how you doing tonight?
Oh, doing good. How are you?
Doing pretty good myself. Ready to roll off here. Unfortunately, we cannot do the starting grid as we showed up a little bit late, but better roll off to get this one started. Jeffrey Price is going to lead the field to the green flag. Base car is off. And we're going green here at Daytona for race number 1.
50 laps here, pretty short.
Also for a short field, only 7 trucks right now out on tracks. As you already see that safe flight number 20 machine of Andy Andrews pulling off there to fall to the back. Not quite sure if it's a good call because I don't think there's enough people to really have a big wreck, but
I think it's questionable. You know what? It may work. You never know. There are no fans fair, so if you get hit in an incident, you're pretty much out. So
that's true. There's the 44 J.R. Hager on the inside, and that Interstate Batteries Toyota Tundra pushing that 45 Jeffrey Price. Inside lane currently has 3 trucks. Outside only has 2. Here comes the 51 machine now of Casey Drake. Trying to get a run there. And Andy just picking up the back of the back part of the draft, so he's still in it. Jeffrey Price leads the first lap. Here comes J.R. Hager underneath, getting pushed by Gavin Graham.
45 will give him the room.
And they're 3 wide. 92 makes it 3 wide on the top. Nope. James McDavid. And they're about to push Shittle off the track. 3 wide for second. Oh, here's Jeffrey Price. Good side drafting right there. Got down, pinned that 92 down, got the corner panel, and side drafted right up next to him.
Wow. There's only 7 trucks. This is still pretty entertaining.
And they're definitely making it exciting. Battling pretty hard to start off, but James McDavid's going to lead the second lap. Pick up his first lap lead of the season, since this is the very first race. So, going to be interesting to see who wins the debut race at Daytona, but 44 J.R. Hager, the league owner right there in second. Now he's going to drift up high. Lets Gavin Graham get underneath him. Picks up Jeffrey Price on the outside lane. Gets down to side draft, almost some contact. I think it got kind of forced out right there. Yeah, I think it got kind of forced out right there because I don't think he expected the 44 to go down on side draft like that.
He went pretty side by side still.
Pretty good racing. Right now, still all 7 trucks up here currently. Oh, there they go! Gavin Graham, Jeffrey Price, and Casey Drake around. We're the first caution of the night. 45 looks to be pretty much okay. Gavin Graham, not too much damage either. Actually, it doesn't look like any one of these guys got severe damage. Just gonna take him out.
Pretty much.
Look back at what happened there. Looks like the 08 got turned up the racetrack. I'm gonna see now what happened. Yeah, I think he got turned up the racetrack with Casey Drake, clipped the 45. The 45 spins around, just get minimal contact with the outside wall pretty much for everybody. So no real, race-threatening damage here. So it's not terrible. We're gonna ride on board now with the 51 machine of Casey Drake to see why exactly he turned down the racetrack. And just kind of got in the right rear of the 808, and then goes the 45 also around. Look at that from a different angle here. For one final time. It looks like the 08 may have come up just a little bit, actually. The 51 got in his right rear. Just clipped the 45. He spun around. Only looks like some corner bottle damage for the most part.
And it's just, there you go.
And that's just part of Super League racing. And these guys, I mean, they were racing hard. It's kind of, honestly, wonder they didn't wreck sooner. As it looks like,
And a couple of these trucks may not get back out because no faster pairs. So once they're wrecked, they're wrecked.
The 08's still on pit road. I don't think they got too severe damage. The 08 probably had the hardest hit of them all. Actually, the 20 has a lot of damage.
Oh.
That didn't happen from the crash because he didn't get involved.
Interesting. Wonder where he got that damage from.
Maybe got under caution. They were checking up or something. You know, J.R. Hager's going to lead the field down onto pit road. McDavid's going to stay out and get some more laps led. Right side tire is up for J.R. Hager and also the 45. So we have 4-tire stop for the 44 machine. Everybody behind him. And also Jeffrey Price. So J.R. Hager rolls off first, but he'll roll out second because McDavid stayed out. I'm going to see who comes off third here. Everybody's just, I think, getting their damage fixed. Might as well take the opportunity.
Pretty sure everyone had damage except for JR.
And, yeah, the 92. So interesting, lap 5, or lap 4 rather, I think we already had our first caution of the night. And there's the 06.
It was a really exciting battle with only 7 trucks.
Yeah, they were really, really aggressive there for only 7 trucks for the very first part of the race. Kind of, I mean, that's what's going to happen though. They're going to wreck. And honestly, I figured they were kind of taking more calm in the first part, but
you can have a legit lobby of 30 cars, and it'll be pretty tame to like lap 30, and here we have 7 trucks, and here they're really aggressive. Thanks for exciting racing.
Certainly. Well, I'm going to take this opportunity to go to a quick commercial break, but don't go away, we'll be right back. Alright, welcome everybody back to TWR Cup, Truck Series here. Daytona, first caution of the night. We're about to go green here on lap 9 with James McDavid on the inside and Jared Hager on the outside. 92, only person to stay out, but they can definitely make it a lot further in gas, so it's not a huge concern at the moment.
Pretty sure everyone who basically went down, except for Jared, just trying to get damage fixed. At that rate, since pretty much half the field is involved in that accident.
Alright, pit clips are off though. Better go back. Green flag racing. Base car back to half turn down onto pit lane. There it is. 92, James McDavid has the field in his hands. Green flag's back out. We're back racing here from Daytona.
Good start. Good start from J.R. Hager to stay side by side with the 92.
The 06 though pushing the 92 to the race lead for now. 45, Jeffrey Price pushing J.R. Hager. Inside lane usually is better on these restarts because it takes about a full lap to get up to speed. The inside lane is just a shorter way around the track, so. But J.R. Hager actually has.
Killing it.
Yeah, the 06 kind of fell off from the 92's bumper. The 45 still pushing the 44, so. Looks like J.R. Hager actually going to clear the lead. Want to see if he drops down low and leaves at the 45 to dry.
He's going to stay in the middle.
And the 45 kind of drifted up. Not quite sure why.
The 92 is going to be able to get to the bottom of here. And the contact was made a little.
Now Jeffrey Price looking to kind of get around J.R. Hager. Can't quite do anything. 92 still has no help on the bottom at the current moment. Here comes Stacey Drake now behind Jeffrey Price.
One drops in front of the 06 and takes that position and goes up high. This is an intense battle.
Side by side on the back straightaway, 3 cars on the outside, 3 trucks on the inside. Oh, the 51's in the wall. Casey Drake in the outside wall, and that's going to separate the field. We're going to take a look back at what happened there. I think he just kind of...
In this pretty single file, number 45, he's still on the outside with the 06, now coming to help him on the outside.
The 51 just slid up into the outside wall he goes. And yeah, that's going to knock him back. He's going to need a caution now to catch back up, so...
Man, anyone is very aggressive. I'm just scared there'll be any trucks out here tonight still.
Yeah, be careful. If they wreck, they're done. No fast spares, as I mentioned before. So, already seen one wreck. And that feels kind of spread out though because of that 51 getting to the wall. So, Andy Andrews actually has some damage on the front end. And also, it looks like Gavin Graham is still on pit road, so because he had more damage.
It's pretty much gonna be done.
Oh yeah, it's definitely over. I mean, he's already 11 laps down, so.
The 45's gonna go.
Oh, 45 through the middle.
And that's gonna leave J.R. Hager all by himself. Oh, never mind, the 92
here comes
down below to help him.
James McDavid from behind. There's Arizu Dadgar.
When the 45 coming down, the 45 does come
Oh,
down.
Jeffrey Price, our pole sitter, back out front here. Now, 06 out by himself on the outside lane. So now J.R. Hager pushing Jeffrey Price across the finish line. 92 and the 20 follow him. Casey Drake's still back there, kind of out of the draft. I mean, I think he's a little bit too far back to suck up to the back of the 20. So it's going to be tough for him to get back up there.
He's coming, actually.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think it's because the 20 mostly has damage. So he can't. Yeah, he's actually going to catch the 20 draft right here.
And that 06 on me left to hang.
Also, 92 actually might be letting him in, yo. Yep, 92 going to let him in. 06 Dad Gar gonna drop down low,
Now
gets
the
behind,
single file line.
and J.R. Hager is pushing the heck out of the 45 machine right now. He's gotta be careful not to turn him in the corner, something we like to call the bumper hook. Bump drafting is legal and is definitely a thing you gotta do at plate tracks, but if you push in the corners sometimes you'll definitely clip their corner panel and turn them around, and that's how you see a lot of big wrecks usually happen.
Oh, and the L6 dives high.
J.R. Hager looking low. Here it goes, looking low. Nope, he's gonna continue to push him. And yeah, Dadgart jumping to the outside by himself though, no help. He's gonna fall behind David McDavid here. Or not David, James McDavid. And J.R. Hager to the outside now. Trying to side drafting the 45 machine on the outside. 92 goes up with him. 06 now drops behind the 45 machine on the inside lane. So side by side through turns 3 and 4. Looks like Jeffrey Price might just clear the 44 machine as we exit the trial over here. 20 down.
It goes below the yellow line for some reason, but comes back up.
Yep, Jeffrey Price looks like he might clear J.R. Hager. J.R. Hager not jumping behind him, or will the 06 close the gap? Yes, 06 gonna close the gap. So, oh, the contact! Oh, the 45 machine up and over.
That was big.
And the 44 engine is dead.
And JR's night is gonna come to an end.
Yeah, it looked like
And
the
45 as well too.
yeah, that looked like the 45 kind of came up, honestly. Yeah, it looks like he kind of came up off the bottom, and big wreck here at Daytona. Yeah, the 45 hit the apron, came up just a little bit. The 44 was right next to him trying to side draft on the outside lane. The 44 just clipped the 45, went up the racetrack, and heavy contact with the outside wall and the 44 machine for Jeffrey Price there. We'll go a little bit of a roll bar cam here with the 45 machine. I will not do the gyro cam, I will not make you sick. So it looks like the 45 went down the apron a bit, came up just a tad, and it was just enough to get clipped in the right rear, up into the catch fence, flips back onto 4 wheels, but engine is toast.
Oh, definitely. Now there's gonna be 4 trucks on the track now.
Take a look at it now from the chopper cam. You see the 45 hits the apron, comes up just a little bit, maybe even a tad bit of neck hooks. I didn't really see them exactly touch. 45 just kind of spinning through the air. Heavy contact right there. Look at the gyro cam now with the 44 machine. See, he's kind of rolling out to lane. He's trying to get down in that corner on the side draft. 45 comes up just a bit. And heavy contact at 45 actually kind of goes on top of the 44 machine. And there goes the 44's engine. As you see the smoke just piling behind him. So,
And everyone is coming down pit road. So we'll see what happens then.
take a look at it from one last angle here. Heavy contact right there. I mean, 45 clips the apron, comes up just a tad, and yep, just turned up the racetrack.
And 92 overshots his pit stop.
Hits the wall head on. Wow, that was hard.
Casey will take the lead.
.45 up and over, and just kind of somersaults and just barrel rolling. As the 51 Casey Drake, great job missing that wreck. As go back live here, and yeah, Casey Drake out front, the only guy without tons of damage. The 20 has quite a bit of front end damage from something. 06 actually looks pretty clean. 92 also clean truck, still on pit road for some reason. Yeah, might be looking at the wreck actually. Yep, he's still
just trying to
there he goes.
fix his rear end damage.
Alright, that's true. So yeah, 92 gonna roll off pit road now. So it's time to go to another quick commercial break as we're just kind of pacing under caution flag. Second of the night here tonight for heavy contact between the 45 machine and the 44 machine. Alright, welcome everybody back to that TWR Truck Series racing here from Daytona Super Speedway. We'll welcome now in the broadcast booth by league owner J.R. Hager. J.R., how you doing?
Good.
Well, after the hit, I didn't figure you'd say that, but yep, so got 4 trucks looks like now left on track. Green flag's back out, and Dadgar is in the lead.
9-2 gets shafted off the outside.
And a 20.
06, that's a huge.
Yeah, that 20 is pushing the 51 machine. Expect them to get a big run here. Casey Drake and Andy Andrews. They're going to get a big draft here, maybe even with James McDavid, and they're going to pull up, probably slingshot on that 06 pretty quickly here. There they come. They get a big run. 51 goes up high. 20 is pushing him.
The 06 is left alone.
Arizu Dadgar to the inside. Got no drafting help.
The 92 drops in behind the 36 here.
He's gonna have to, honestly, because the 20 is up top, but nobody in front of him. So.
And he does have a lot of nose.
Yeah, that
not be the greatest idea for the 92 to go with the 20 still. No lead or Casey.
06. Dadgar pushing Casey Drake here. And Casey Drake goes
And
up the
51
hill.
goes really high.
And 06 going to go back down low. They're entering about to get about halfway. Halfway would be completion of lap 25, so got 5 laps to get there rather. 2 trucks on the inside now, 2 trucks on the outside.
Taylor's outside, Chevy's inside.
I don't think the 92 can suck up to those 6 quite as good as Casey can to the 20.
And the 20 drops down while the 51's gonna be on the outside, left to dry.
And 92 now back to third. Casey Drake drops to the inside in fourth. 92 is going to fall in behind the 20 here. There's a 20 down low. 06 blocks.
And the 51 goes up high with the 92.
51 starting. Casey's starting to lose the draft just a little bit though. I think they're so racist. Like a matter.
Wow.
Andy Andrews comes up to block the 92 of James McDavid. And he's going to get a draft, but looks like Casey Drake's going to go down low. Maybe they got 3 wide through the middle. Nope. Thought better of it. So Andy Andrews
that was very aggressive.
Andy Andrews gets the lead. He almost got right hooked right there. Had the 92 not lifted for him. So I'm sure there was some communication over the radio right there. As now 92 trying to look to try to get around the 06 here for second. As Casey Drake trying to go underneath him. Got Dadigar and Andy Andrews on the inside. 92 and the 51 on the outside.
Alright.
And then he was trying to go to the block, but now he's stuck through wide in the middle. 92 backs out of it again. And now Arizu Dadgar to the inside lane to lead.
Even with some of the damage nose, it's still pulling out a little compared to someone who has a perfect clean nose. 92 drops down and 20 is gonna be left to dry. We'll go to the back.
06 is a pretty big gap though to the 51 machine, kind of what we saw on the restart. So he's gonna be careful because that 51, 92 are gonna probably work together and pass him. As I said, the 92 is actually gonna try to go in front of the 20. The 20 drops back down low, and he's also probably gonna do the same here shortly. Crossover on the Casey Drake there.
Uh-oh.
Casey blocks.
Casey is pulling for some very aggressive maneuvers right now. He's gonna jump up here at the 92.
And drop down low though.
We're approaching halfway.
Next time by will be completion of lap 25. Therefore, we'll be halfway through this race. Have 2 cautions so far.
The 92 and the 06 are side by side.
92 definitely seems to be pretty good out there though. Has a pretty clean nose along the 06, the only 2 that does. The 20, even with that nose damage, still somehow has a lot of speed in the truck left. So
still very competitive.
Yep, just side by side right now. The 92 on the outside, try to side draft the 06.
Oh, and everyone leaves the 06, and Casey goes back to the bottom.
Casey now falling behind the field here, but
Casey may lose the draft right here.
no, I think he's gonna pull up to the back of the 06 here. Andy Andrews pushes the 92, gonna drop down low. For the race lead.
Lead the 92 and take the lead.
Casey's gonna leave those 6 to draw.
Andy Andrews
And
now.
That 92 is gonna remember what the 20 just did. Just let them to dry.
92 now stuck on the outside. Casey Drake gonna try to push him up top though. And now we're officially halfway through this one. And Andrews gonna push now by Dadgar. Dadgar drops down low.
3 wide here.
Nope.
Oh.
I think
That
he
was almost a black flag.
Now 92 of McDavid is going to get a run by Casey Drake down. Might clear the 20 machine in the back straight away. Looks like he might.
Oh. Going below the yellow line. They can't do that.
Here comes that guard push on the 20 machine.
man.
And the 92, Casey Drake now up by himself in the outside lane.
In real life, they're not allowed to pass below the yellow in league rules. It is clearly stated they are allowed to pass below the yellow on super speedway tracks.
Alright.
Oh, almost took contact there for
This is
third.
really dangerous.
TWR keeps going down there. Oh, and Andrews blocks Casey Drake. You gotta be careful. There's only 4 of them left on track. No reason to be racing this hard, especially when we're only halfway.
Man, for 4 trucks, they are really aggressive. If you're on field of 30, they wouldn't even be this aggressive.
And Andrews by himself trying to pull around the 92 machine. Fortunately, doesn't have any driving help. As I said, the 06 drops up with him. The 06 going to try to push the 20. The 51 and 92 have a big gap, so it's going to hurt their lane.
Will the 20 go down? The 20 is not going down.
And Andrews going to get a big run right here out of turn 4. Getting pushed by TWR. Looks like he might lead at the start-finish line. Pulls down for the 92. 06 also tries. And they almost end up spinning right there. Now, Casey Drake falling behind, but luckily that 06 has no drafting help, so he might be able to pull up to him and try to help and work with him. Almost seems like the 51 has some engine damage because he just cannot really stay with this pack right now. The 20 seems to really have the worst nose damage as far as we can see, but...
He's going to jump up with the 06 here.
Yep. And the 20 has no help all the way until back Casey Drake.
Casey's here.
But 92 is going to clear them. Casey's actually going to ditch the 20, goes up high. Can the 06 clear the 20 so they can both drop down low? Not quite. James McDavid staying up there.
For that blocking that he was doing earlier.
Will the 06 take it through line? No, he will not take it outside. And now he wants single file again.
Watch the 06 making room down low. Gonna try to make a run down low. Kind of free train on the outside. Not usually something you see in iRacing often. Watch the 06 make a move down back straightaway here, though. If he gets Casey Drake close enough to him, he's going to pull out. Or maybe not. Maybe he's trying to separate themselves from the field. And the way they're single file now, we're just kind of in that draft. And the Angels kind of losing that draft because it's the last truck in that lane.
That would be...
But Casey Drake looking low now. On the 06 machine for second.
He's grabbed a 20 with him.
And that's now, yep, that's now pulled the 20 up with him, so now they're still...
They're going to go through wide right here. 06 is looking to make it through wide.
At the start-finish line, 92 going to lead that lap also. I believe he's led the most amount of laps actually here. He's led 8. Keith Drake, that was his first up led.
The 06 is not going to do that.
Yes. 92 is actually officially led the most amount of laps here. He's led 8. The 06 has led 7.
The 20.
And Andrews pushes Casey Drake to the race lead. 06 and the 92 now separated. 06 drops down low, but well behind the field. Now watch Andy Andrews try to make a move for the race lead.
The 92 is left on the outside.
He's probably gonna drop down low in front of the 06 though.
He is not coming He's not coming down right now though.
That 92 has to be so frustrated. He can't get no one to work with him. And
Andrews blocking the 92 machine. 92 fakes him, crosses, goes down low. 20 up top for the race lead, but unfortunately has no drafting help, so it's stuck up there now. Now here comes the 06 down low. Nope, doesn't quite get there.
20 still keeping side by side the 51, even with no help.
Yeah, this is all the side draft right there. If you get down in that corner panel, you kind of drag that car back using the air. Something you see quite often. But it's kind of dangerous because you got to pinch the guy down, and if they come up, like what we saw earlier, the 45 and it's the JR. That costs a wreck. 20 up top though. 06 about it. Getting the left for corner panel. That 92 has got to be careful at the turn him. As Casey Drake is looking at us all in the mirror right now.
20 to go. About to be 19 at the line.
There goes the outside lane now. And all of a sudden, Casey Drake gets left out to dry.
They're going to try to get this outside to work again.
James McDavid back to the race lead. He's now allowed 9 laps, 2 more than the 06 machine. Watch the 06 try to pull down in front of the 51. Cannot quite do that. Andy Andrews is going to fall in behind him, though.
Teammates are working on that outside here.
interesting to see what's gonna happen here.
Casey Drake now pushing the 92. 06 gonna come down in front of him.
Neil 6 takes the lead again.
And Andy Andrews has no drafting up there. So those 6 has led 7 laps.
Try to make a move.
06 has led.
Drake's gonna come with Andy Andrews.
No, he's not. He's gonna go down low. Oh, almost a contact right for third. So
And
06
to drop down, and we're about to single file. Never mind. Right when I say that.
Very
Nope,
aggressive maneuvers there.
everybody blocking right now.
there's
Aggressive
contact
pointing down
made.
low.
That was close. Really thought that 92 was about to get dumped there.
And Andrews goes down low now. Help from Casey Drake. Gets the draft off the 06. Gonna try to watch him pull the outside here. Fakes up to the middle. Might drop down low here. Nope. He's gonna push the 06. Not quite too aggressive.
Everyone's just playing leapfrog with each other.
Yep. Had a lot of lead changes so far. As it looks like Dadgar is currently in the lead. So Andy Andrews is going to push the 06 machine of Dadgar. He's now led 9 laps, which is the same amount as James McDavid. So they're trying to get the most amount of laps led here for some extra bonus points, if I'm correct on that.
You are correct on that. I'm not positive they can make it on fuel from here.
And they're going to have
They
to
were
pit.
banking on
I'm pretty sure.
couple more cautions.
4 trucks right now. They're going to have to beat the caution. Casey Drake now right locked in that bumper with the 92 machine. Going to push him up to the race lead. Now look to the outside. Aggressive move right there. 92 not moving down at all, so he's going to try to force 51 up the track. Watch him cut down in front of the 06 though, as soon as 06 is near him.
The 20 looked like he hit the wall up there. I don't know if he did or not.
Yep, that guy going to block with the 92. Now he's going to push the 92 machine and to see who leads this lap. Looks like the 92 machine, James McDavid easily leads that. And now has led 10 laps. There's your Dadgard has led 9 of them, so now Casey Drake falls in line. Every single file and actually kind of spread out right now. The 20 kind of falling behind the 06 and the 51 falling even further back. I think the 06, I think right now he's just trying to pass that 92 and they're not passing but push them so they can kind of separate themselves from the rest of the field as Casey Drake falls back a little bit.
Casey Drake has lost the draft.
I think he's kind of counting on that 20 to try to go past them again, but and Andrews, yeah, those 6 is just pushing that 92. I think he's just trying to separate themselves, the 2 of them from the rest of the field. And if he can do that, then that'll be beneficial to him. Both of them, if I can speak correctly.
We have 15 laps to go right here.
So the 20 now might back up to the 51, and that might let them try to catch up to these 2 guys if they get side by side. But I think that 06 right now, he's just trying to push that 92 so they can kind of put a gap back to the 20 and the 51. And so far, it's working.
I don't think Casey Drake is very interested in helping the 20 here.
Well, they kind of have to. They want to make it through the field.
Yeah, otherwise they're gonna have to. They're gonna battle a lot hard for third, but not have a chance at that first or second. So.
But I don't think they really have the most chance because of all the nose damage the 20 has.
Yeah, the 20 has damage, 51 has damage. The 2 guys in the front, their only damage is on the rear end, which doesn't really help them, or doesn't really hurt them at all. So.
They may catch up, but it's what it's gonna be close. If they're gonna catch up or not.
That 06 better be careful. He got James McDavid a little high there.
Around Andy Andrews now, about 6/10 behind the leader. And yeah, it looks like he lost a little bit. He's not losing too much time because he's in that draft, but he's definitely losing a couple of hundredths down the straightaway. I've actually gained a little bit of time right there, but 06.
I think the 51 is faster than the 20. It's just he can't get past.
Oh,
the 20.
he's got a big run right here though. He gained 2/10 right there. I think he's gonna get back in the draft here. Casey Drake's gonna try to pass down low. 20 blocks. I think he's kind of getting frustrated the fact that Casey's trying to pass him right now because he knows that they're gonna have to work together in order to get it back up, and I think they're doing that right now. So the 06 got a little bit hot, so he had to try to lift and back off a little bit so he wouldn't blow up his engine. And
Okay,
Aiden
they
Andrews,
passed,
yep, they're there.
The 08 is back on track, but he is 32 laps down. But he is able to pass Jeffrey and JR for those positions.
And now Case Drake now looks to the outside of Aiden Andrews, doesn't have any help, so he's going to have to fall back in the line behind him. Still trying to battle here for third place. Case Drake looking at the outside, but he just does not have any drafting help up there. Whereas the 20 still is getting that draft from the 06 and 92, so he's still able to hold him. Actually, Case Drake right here might pull ahead.
The 08
Yeah, he does.
has got no damage. If he can get with his teammates, we may have a whole new race.
So Casey Drake made the pass on the 20 machine all by himself on the outside at that. So great move by him. Now gets in the draft for the 06 machine. Casey Drake gonna go down on the, Andy Andrews gonna go down on the apron there. Not quite sure. Maybe he just trying to fall to the 51, kind of a little too low there. But I think he's gonna start losing the draft here.
They do need to start coming down for fuel.
They're going to start fitting here.
The 06 right locked the bumper of the 92.
The 20's
And the
coming
20's
down right
coming
now.
down, but he's coming down by himself. That will not help him.
Yeah, Andy Andrews without drafting help. That's the one thing you gotta do at the plate tracks is pit with somebody else, and he's by himself. You gotta hope he can come out with somebody else when he comes back on track, maybe with the 08 or somebody when he comes back out. But
I don't think this 20 has pitted all race.
no,
He
he did.
did run the cautions.
Yeah, he had damage. Now the 06, the 92, and the 51 all together here as we're coming up to just 10 laps to go.
I think they're going to say single file here and they'll all come down together.
Do you think one of them might accidentally take tires?
I don't know.
That 51's a chance on that.
Looks like Casey Drake may be pitted in here. Nope, he's gonna stay out, but he's kind of falling behind the 06 machine. So now that the
Andy
20,
Andrews is going to retire from the race.
huh?
Or maybe not.
Oh, he's in the back straight away. Which means he might actually pick up these guys' draft. This Casey Drake is just falling way behind with that nose damage and also the last car in that draft, the last truck in that draft. So he's not going to catch up unless they make a mistake, go pitting, unless he makes a good pitch strategy. It's going to be tough.
Because these guys are bumper locked.
Yeah, every single lap you return without the draft, you're losing a couple seconds. So question is, when do these guys come down pit road, and can Casey catch up to them when they pit?
Or have they saved enough to where they don't have to pit?
You can't really save enough, especially at Daytona for that.
If I tell you what, if it comes down to fuel mileage, the 06 definitely has more fuel than the 92 because he's been in the draft for a lot longer. So we got 9 laps to go here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it, but James McDavid has already led the most amount of laps so far, unless Dad leads every lap from here on out.
Yeah, Casey needs to, if they're going to pit together, he needs to gain coming on pit road.
Yeah, he's gonna have to take no tires or something to gain a lot of time here.
Those 6 may be out of fuel here.
I think they might be getting ready to pit, and they're just trying to make sure they don't crash into each other coming on pit road.
I think you're right.
Nope, they're gonna stay out.
No, they are not coming in.
So now this time by, James McDavid has officially led the most amount of laps. That time is led 18 with 8 laps to go, and Dalgar has only led 9. So
Gavin could get top 5 still in this race, but can Andy somehow? Andy cannot catch Casey 06 and
yeah,
James.
he's about to go a lap down here. No, here comes Dadgard on the inside.
The 92 is laying off going into the turns now.
I think I was just kind of frustrated with that. He's going to go down low. Going to try to pass the 92 machine. Take the race lead. There he goes. And now they're kind of separated.
Still
so
need to come down. So
yeah, I think he might be pitting this time, actually.
Especially the 92, because he did not pit
Yep.
that last caution.
Oh, I thought they were going
No.
to. No, they're going to stay out. So 7 to go now, and now the 92.
Make the pass.
92 gets the draft on the outside. Actually going to lead at the stripe.
That's not going to help their field
And gets
mileage.
back around. I mean, these guys, if they want to really make it to the end, they're going to have to stay in that draft lock together and just kind of lift for like run about 75% in throttle, and that's how they're going to get back up. But
I believe that they're just experimenting right now for that last lap.
either that, the 06 was getting hot, and he was. Oh, maybe not. It was just going to try to go outside once again. I was thinking maybe the 06 might be getting hot, and they wanted to switch, so then the 92 passed him back, and the 06 is going to pass him back.
The 20 did find a drafting partner, or he is coming up to the 08 of Gavin Graham. He may have found his drafting partner.
About to lock up, but I still think he's a little bit too far back. But these guys are still running on fuel right now, with just 6 laps to go.
I just care about Casey's feel.
James is going to lead at that lap.
Yeah, James is still leading all these laps, so Bagart has passed him. He's led, but he hasn't quite led a lap yet, so James McDavid's led 20, Bagart's only led 9, so yeah, James McDavid definitely has locked up the most amount of laps led here. As this time by, we're going to come up to 5 laps to go. Any moment now, these guys are going to pit, and then who can... Yeah, that's the question. Do they have to pit? I mean, I think they're going to definitely have to, but...
Six is looking.
Are they going to pit this time by? No.
I think they're a little too close to each other to pit. Oh! 06 just about turned to,
5 to go.
There.
If a caution, let's say, were to come out, wouldn't even have enough gas to pace the whole track.
And the race would be official. Because they would
If the caution were to come out, who would it be?
These guys keep falling back and forth the lead, but it seems the 92 keeps getting ahead of him for the most part. As 06 hasn't been able to lead a lap yet. 06 looking outside, decides better of it, continues to push him. And the 20 is actually going to try to pass Gavin Graham, who's a lap car, 33 laps down.
Casey Drake or Andy,
It looks like
use him as a partner.
position right here.
Gavin Graham is actually going to pick up 5th place because he needs 3 laps to complete to get into that spot, and there's 5 to go, so.
If I was 20, I would use the 08 as the drafting partner.
I think it's too late already, even if these guys... Yeah, I
When
think it's
this
just...
is 06, make the move.
And then can make it on fuel.
I don't know how Casey's still out there without having to pit yet.
Yeah, he's by
By
himself
himself.
over the draft. He's just hoping these guys either run out or wreck. And if anyone runs out, though, it'll probably be Casey Drake, because he's at the draft. He's gonna be way slower. He can't. Let's see, when you're behind a truck and you're in the draft, you can lift going, and you're still, excuse me, you're still in the draft, so you can not lose too much time. So if you're in that 2nd place truck with the 06 right now, I think he definitely has more fuel than the 92 because he's able to lift going into the corners and everything, and not fall
Just
too far
reported
behind.
that he is good on fuel, so that means that the
These guys,
06 and the 92 is good.
yeah, they're definitely good on fuel. So now, when does 06 make the move?
Oh dear.
And do they end up wrecking? Casey Drake just gonna take the.
3rd place.
Yeah, the door might be wide open for him to win. He's back there. He's definitely not gonna win it unless they wreck. So 3 laps to go. Gonna get interesting here.
And Gavin is just going to get top 5 from that, too.
They are catching Gavin Graham and Andy Andrews.
And the lap cars, the drafts affect them as the 20 is gonna cut off the 08. They're definitely gonna, I
Keep in
think,
mind, can't pass below the yellow.
come to 2 laps to go. 06 looks up top, 92 tries to block, can't quite block enough. Guard gets the lead.
Which one side's going to have the lap cars on? It's a real question.
06 leads that time with a stripe. 2 laps to go. If he wants to make that move, he's got to do what he just did right there, but it's got to be the last lap coming out of turn 4. He's got to
Last
just...
driver might play a huge part in this.
It may affect the
I
draft.
believe that the 92 would rather be on that outside right here.
Yeah, the 06, I think he's going to have to fall in behind him here and just come out of turn 4. When we come to the checkered flag, he's going to have to pull the outside and make a move. And it's going to be a lot of side draft, so be careful not to turn each other. The 06, the 92 clears the 06 for now. 06 going to try to drop him behind him. 92 tries to block him, actually. 06 continues to run up top.
Clears the 06 for now.
Or do what he's doing right now, run up top, get in that draft, and then get a run. I've done several 2-truck tandem drafts at Daytona before.
Flag is in the air. One more time.
Here comes 06 down low.
The yellow and try to make it.
Nope. 92 does not let him.
One more time around at Daytona.
Now the 08 and the 20 are battling right in front of them. 2 lap trucks. They're going to have to go 3 wide if they want to get around them. 08 kind of slow up top. They're going to go out of the way, though. 3 wide now.
Here we go. We're going to
Dadgard is going to get a good run right here. Dadgard is going to get a good run. 92 is into the block for his life.
We're going to go to the outside here. Lap cars are going to interfere with the end of
side by side. 06 has the edge going into turn. Oh, he cuts off the 92.
Through 3 and 4.
92 gets a run, though. He's going to pull up top.
Is going to win.
06 blocks.
Maybe not. Here comes the 92 on the outside. Do we have a photo finish?
No, Dadgard wins it. Dadgard made an aggressive block. He's going to pull off for him. James McDavid finishes second. Casey Drake going to come around here and finish third. Andy Andrews is going to finish fourth the lap down. Gavin Graham. Oh, big wreck. That was a good move by Azur Dadgar. It was you, Dadgar. Great move by him. We'll take a look back at what happened there. The fireworks going off here at Daytona.
James McDavid is not happy about that move.
What a great finish to a great race.
Actually, looks like maybe a bit of net code, honestly, because it looks like kind of he actually came down in front of. It kind of. I mean, we're gonna go on the far chase cam for this one because I can't honestly tell than that. Looks like it was maybe. Oh wow! Actually, no. He came down right across his nose, almost turned himself. I thought he was going to, but he managed to straighten it out. 92 got checked up from that. 92 looked up top and just cannot quite get there. 06 blocked him. But, I mean, it is Daytona. You're going for the win. He came down in front of him, but... Wow. Good move by Arzu Dadgar. Pick up the win here tonight for the TWR Truck Series debut race. He's going to celebrate here on the front stretch.
What a great finish to a great race. That was very, very thrilling at the end.
They had 2 trucks on a lead lap battling for the win, but was not. It was by far still exciting nevertheless. So 06 gonna get the checkered flag here. We're gonna burn him down here at Daytona through the grass. As he's celebrating his win here at Daytona, we're going to go to a quick commercial break and come back for some interviews with the top few finishers. All right, welcome everybody back to the TWR Truck Series racing here from Daytona. Post-race interviews here. Up first is our third place finisher, number 51 machine, Casey Drake. I'm gonna go back to him here as he's over here. And I'm gonna check him in the broadcast booth. Casey Drake, do you have a copy?
Yeah.
So Casey, we saw you up there much of the night. You were battling there. You lost the draft, unfortunately, so you couldn't have a good chance of the win unless they wrecked in front of you. But solid third place finish. What are your thoughts on the race tonight?
It was a really good race. Very aggressive moves. I tried to be as aggressive as all the other people were, but just lost the draft there. I tried to pass the 20 car because he was kind of slowing me up there, and I just lost it.
Yeah, so we saw you get some damage there. We saw you make a great wreck avoidance there, I believe, when the 45 and the 44 wreck. So I want to congratulate you on that. Any thoughts on like how the drafting was, much to the first part of the race before you kind of got damaged there and you kind of were kind of slow there? Like how everybody was racing and thoughts on that.
The draft was very important. I came from I think 7/10 away and got up there, and the damage kind of, I don't know if it affected me. I couldn't really tell, but it definitely affected a lot of other people, like the 20 car. He had a lot of damage to his front, I believe, and it kind of just slowed him down in the draft.
All right, Casey, thank you for your time. Any special shout-outs you want to give?
Thanks the LCTV for broadcasting, and thank you, JR, for hosting the league.
All right, thank you, Casey, for your time, and have a good night.
You too.
Alrighty, so that was your third place finisher, Casey Drake. Led 2 laps here tonight for a short time. Like I said, he had some damage there, so could not quite battle there. Kind of lost the draft. But I'm going to go with your second place finisher, if we can hear James McDavid. James McDavid, do you have a copy?
Yeah.
So, James, just saw you up there, led the most amount of laps there, 24 laps. Great job by you. The 06 made a couple aggressive moves there, started bound with you. You guys were close on fuel, kind of everything right there at the end. He made a move on you and blocked you going to turn 3. Thoughts on the win and how the 06 raced you?
Well, first time, with these guys, trying to learn them, I think people were a little aggressive at the beginning, had some crazy stuff going on, but, everything kind of settled out. I felt like we had the fastest truck most of the night. Towards the end, I kind of screwed up. I actually felt that the outside line had the better run coming out of the corner, and that's where I kind of wanted to be. But the 6 guy kind of cut my nose off there at the back and got in front of me, and he did a couple of blocks at the end. That's racing. When you're the one behind, you hate people blocking. So, but if you're in the front and you win, then you like the blocking. So, the way it goes.
Yeah, certainly you had a good night. So definitely a promising start to the season here. Getting a little bit on a lap, so a lot of bonus points and whatnot for you. Thoughts, coming down there in the closing laps when the 20 lost the draft when he pitted and the 51 kind of fell back and it was just you and the 06. Just what was kind of going through your mind there when you had the 06 pushing you? Did you think that maybe you were in a good shape or what was going through your mind right there?
Well, I knew he would, do a move on the back. The last few laps, we were kind of testing each other out back and forth, getting runs and different things. So, I mean, I knew it was coming. You try to, when you're in front, you try to prepare the best you can. So I was just hoping that with him pushing that we didn't wreck. A couple times we got a little squirrely, but, we both kind of held it together and, got good finishes. Hopefully, the league grows and we can keep going.
Yeah, certainly. And any shout-outs you want to give here for second place finish?
Say one more time.
Any shout-outs you want to give for second place finish?
The owner of the league, appreciate him putting this on, getting this started. Y'all for broadcasting it. That tends to get more people involved. Everybody wants to be on the internet. Of course, my wife and daughter who let me get away for a while and do this. So just a good night.
I certainly backed it up with a second place finish overall. Pretty good runner for you, and thank you for your time, James, and have a good night.
Well, I just appreciate all y'all are doing for us, and y'all have a good night.
Yep, you too. Alrighty, that was your second place finisher here at James McDavid, number 92 machine, leading 24 laps into a second place finish. Now it's time to get with your race winner here, Arizu Dadgar. Remember the broadcast booth here. Arizu, do you have a copy?
Yes, I do.
So yeah, Arizu, we saw you up there much of the night. Top two, you were pushing 92 there for much of the run. You kind of separated yourselves from the 20 and the 51. And then you made that last lap pass right there, made that aggressive block going into turn 3. Just thoughts on trying to, the first part of the race especially, where we kind of aggressive, just thoughts on wreck avoidance and knowing that you may have to pit and green flag and just kind of your strategy going in the first part of the race right there.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I just want to give a big shout out to James. I really feel bad for blocking him on the final lap. You know, he was the fastest car of the race, and you know, like he said, you just, yeah, I mean, I really feel bad for blocking him, but I mean, we got to win this season, but it's just not the way I want to do it. Wreck avoidance and pit strategy. Um, you know, we pitted like a little under halfway in the race during the final yellow flag, I believe, and wreck avoidance. I just stayed down to the bottom to avoid that big wreck with like most of the field that took Gavin out. Um, you know, I would be excited about this win, but the way I won it, I just feel so bad for it, and it's like I have a big like conscience, so it sucks. Like I know we got to win, but it just sucks how I won it. You know, I really have to feel for James. He dominated most of the race, and that's just not how I want to win races. I'm definitely gonna race cleaner next time.
So, yeah, thoughts. I mean, we saw you there pushing the 92, kind of trying to separate yourself from the field, and I knew that was probably going to work out pretty well for you because I've been in the seat many, many times with two-car tandems, and the second place guy usually manages to pull off the win. So, you know, you're pushing 92, you're locked in this bumper, and the 51 lost the draft, the 20 pitted, and just it kind of left you and him to battle out for the win. So, like, what was your kind of mindset on trying to push him, knowing that you could try to separate yourselves, and then thoughts on trying to set up that pass for the win?
You know, no offense to Casey and Andy, but I was just trying to push the 92 and I as far away as from the 51 and 20 because I knew if the 51 and 20 caught up to us, all four of us would start to get squirrely and then a big one would ensue. So I just really wanted to stay away from any sort of like wrecks happening. No disrespect to Andy and Casey, they're amazing drivers. Hell, I think they have a better I rating than I do, but they were just they were a bit squirrely this race, and I just wanted to pull away from them as far as I could.
Yes, certainly. And Jared, wanna go?
Um, yeah, Degar, I'd just like to congratulate you on winning the league's opener race, kind of debuted, and I'm going to go ahead and send you 25 iRacing dollars there for your win, and congratulations on being locked into the chase.
Really, 25 like iRacing dollars? Now I feel really guilty that I moved James out of the way. Oh man. If anything, James deserves that 25. Oh, well, thank you. Is that possible? Could we split
Yeah,
the
you can
amount?
do that. 1250 and 1250.
Give like 1250 to James because like I feel like he deserves some cash in because he led the most laps.
All right, I will.
Alright, thank you so much. This was a good race. That's just not the way I wanted to win it. Thank you guys for hosting and interviewing, and yeah, I can't wait for the next race.
Yep, certainly. See you next week here, Dario.
Alright, thanks.
Alrighty, so that is your finishing or your top few interviews there. As we'll take a look now at your full race results here. So Edgar going to pick up the win here in an 06 machine. James David McDavid down there with him for the race lead. Going to finish up and pick a second place finish to start off the season here. Casey Drake going to finish third to last truck on the lead lap. Andy Andrews made that pit stop, kind of cost him a shot at the win. He's going to finish fourth place, 1 lap down. Gavin Graham finishes fifth, 34 laps down, and was involved in a couple of wrecks right there. 44 and the 45, both getting involved in that big wreck. Probably the hardest hit we've seen. We saw tonight. So Jay Herr going to finish 6th, Jeffrey Price going to finish 7th, and that was your field tonight. So appreciate you all for watching the inaugural race of the TWR Cup Series. I'd like to see you all here next week, same time, Tuesday night at 9 p.m. So appreciate you all for watching. Make sure if you enjoyed, please hit the like button and subscribe button so you can watch more races. Ashton Motorsports Xfinity Series Racing will be on Sunday night, as always, 8:40 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you come out and watch that. It will be at Pocono Raceway. It's going to be slick and exciting. And have a good night, all.